The Fat Samurai Guy and I talk about ninja movies of the 80s and 90s next on Retro Serial. Hey everyone, welcome to Retro Serial. I'm your host, Ian C. I'm glad you could be joining me for today's program. I'm super excited about this interview. I reached out to that Fat Samurai Guy who's got an amazing channel here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to it, please go over and check it out. But I reached out to him because I wanted to talk about something for a long time on this channel. It's something that's very important to me and something about growing up Generation X, and that's all those dang ninja movies. So he and I sit down and we have a really good discussion. The guy is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this kind of information. However, before we get to that, do me the honor of going ahead and hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know when these things are available. And please, by all means, share this on your favorite social media so you can let other people know about the great content you're getting here at Retro Serial. And again, head on over to the Fat Samurai Guy channel and hit the subscribe button on his channel as well. If you're listening to this on audio only, on podcast platform, please leave me a review and a rating and share it as well. Those things would actually mean the world to me. And if you're listening to this on podcast only, just to let you know, as always, we do have a YouTube channel where there is exclusive content on YouTube that doesn't quite transfer over to audio only. If you like what we're doing here on the podcast, you're going to love what we're doing over there on the YouTube channel. But whatever way you're listening to us, I don't care. I'm so happy you're listening. And before we get in the interview, just a final reminder, if you want to support us, we have 2 levels on Patreon. That is the tip jar, just at $3 a month, saying, hey, good job, we like what you're doing. And then the second level is our Cornflake Club. And coming very soon, Cornflake Club's $5 a month. And that gets you 1 day early access to all videos and podcasts. And coming very soon is going to be the Honeycomb Hideout. We're working out a few bugs on that right now, but basically the idea behind that is there's going to be exclusive content, but I am rolling that out fairly quickly here, so stay tuned for that. But head on over to Patreon and show us some support. But the biggest way you can show us support is really just by liking, subscribing, reviews, and sharing it. Those things there mean the world to me. So with all that said, let's get into the interview. And one final note, and that is I like to let you all know when there's going to be cursing involved with these programs. So this program might not be suitable for young kids if you have young kids in the car. Just to let you know that there is some cursing in this program. So warning for parents, heads up and all that. And now to the show. Hey everyone, this is Ian C, and I am here with the Fat Samurai Guy. He was kind enough to say yes to my invitation to come on my show and talk about something that I've actually wanted to talk about for quite a while, and that is ninjas. As you all know, if you're a devotee of my program, you know that I'm an avid martial artist. And he's doing the signs and all that stuff. And I originally had
I'm just bullshitting. We're just
yes, for sure. Right. Do you know those signs, by the way?
no, I'm just bullshitting.
Okay. Right.
I'm just having fun.
I seen some pictures one time of what those things actually mean, like when you had Sho Kosugi doing those things, but I never did learn those things.
Hey, thanks for having me on here, man. This is awesome.
Oh, I'm elated. I'm excited. I love your channel. I love your knowledge of movies.
Yeah, you might have me beat in that department, but we're here to have fun.
Yeah, for sure. And tell us, first of all, tell us a little bit about your channel and what you do over there.
Well, we've been around. We've been doing it for about, I think it's about 6 years now. And off and on, because, working a full-time job and doing YouTube is tough sometimes. But we're just a bunch of knuckleheads that love movies. We're very honest, and I think that's what has drawn people to our channel is like, even if they don't agree, with our reviews or whatever, or what we think about movies, we can all agree to disagree. We can all be friends at the end of the day, right? Because it's just
Right.
movies, and we're just here to talk about it and have a good time. But we've always just really been honest and genuine, and we're not really shills or anything like that. We just love movies, and it's funny because me and my wife, we used to Lady Fat Blood, that's right.
Yeah.
We used to it kind of started on Facebook, like movie reviews, but we would like, oh hey, I just saw this movie and check it out, and then it started, and then it just grew bigger. And I kind of did YouTube as a joke, really. Like I don't recommend you go back and watch the very first episode we did on our channel. I don't recommend it, but if for comedic purposes, watch it, because it was just for fun. I was just being goofy. But then after that, I was like, you know what? Instead of reviewing movies on Facebook or blogging and all that, I was like, why don't I just talk about movies on the YouTube channel, right? And it just kicked off from there. And we're very lucky and fortunate to have the following we have, and and I know you said you think you're small time, but I still consider me being small time too. Like I don't consider us huge YouTubers.
Right.
I'm just as equal with you, my friend. Like we're both badasses who are here, who are passionate about movies and love talking about movies, right? That's
right,
it.
right,
That's it,
right. And recently you did a live stream that was very interesting. I didn't quite get to listen to all of it as it was going live, but I want to go back and listen to it because you brought up two of my favorite movies, and that is Bloodsport and Kickboxer.
Oh yeah, the Versus episode, which did very well, is very popular. If you were on that, hey, I may have you as a guest on a future Versus episode if you're down.
Oh yeah, I would love to.
Yeah,
I would love to.
So if I had you there last week, who would you have picked? Bloodsport or Kickboxer?
Well, I would have picked Bloodsport because it's a little more. Probably Kickboxer is the better movie overall, like more written and stuff. And then of course, you get into Bloodsport and you get into the whole BS about the guy who was based on, and his
we don't talk
BS
about
story. Okay, all right. If you don't, you don't.
He doesn't exist.
Okay, but as far as I was really young when it came out, and I was kind of in between my martial arts training, and was one of those films that kind of refired me up to take martial arts again.
Nice. Well, what were you training at the time?
Well, at the time,
ninjutsu.
No,
ninjutsu. No, I'm kidding.
I wish we were living in a small town. There wasn't a lot of options, but
trying to go with the theme of the day there.
I would play ninjutsu. I would play ninjutsu all day.
I did too.
Yeah, I had the mask and everything. I was training Ishinryu karate at the time.
Oh, nice.
And then we just moved to a new town. Yeah. And I started taking a style called White Dragon Martial Arts System, which was basically Tang Soo Do with 5 Animal Kung Fu combined.
What? And, nice. I like it.
Yeah. That was actually the first system I ever got my black belt in.
Nice.
But at the time we were kind of bounced. I did Ishinryu for a while, but then I stopped and then was not doing anything, a couple of kids stuff, really into cars and stuff like that at the time.
Yeah.
And then I watched that movie. So to answer your question, I would have picked Bloodsport just because it meant kind of more to me,
Yeah. But they're both such fun movies. I wouldn't have hated you if you picked Kickboxer, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Because they're both really good movies. You know what I mean? So
did you pick Bloodsport too? Or
because that was my introduction to Van Damme. I saw that first. When I was young, and I was just like, know. But Kickboxer was great. I saw that in the theater, but I talk about that during the stream. So whenever you're bored and not doing anything, my friend, you can check out the live stream.
Oh,
by all means, feel free.
By all means, invite me. I'd love to. I'd love to get in there.
We'll do a ninja off. Ninja movie versus ninjas.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And you obviously know a lot about movies. And actually, one of the reasons why I contacted you is I was listening to Dudes of Kung Fu. Not Dudes of Kung Fu. I'm sorry. I was listening to the spin-off of that, the Kung Fu Genius.
Oh, Alex Richter, yeah.
And Alex Richter mentioned you, and he had recently done one on ninja movies of the 80s. And he said,
I didn't get a chance to watch that episode.
It's fun.
Alex
it's
is great.
Fun.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned you as somebody who goes on the show, so I thought I'd reach out to you and see if you'd want to talk about ninja movies of
Hey,
the
let's
80s.
let's 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 go. Let's
We can
go.
do ninja movies. We can do whatever. It's just kind of whatever
Yeah,
free flow.
the love of the ninjas. It's in the 80s, man. You know what's funny is the first time, at least here in the States, obviously Enter the Ninja kicked off the ninja boom. They really got it started with Shokasugi.
Yeah.
And was a Frank Nero, I believe. I think it's Frank Nero.
I think so. I
The
think
original
so.
Django. I always mess up his name for some reason. I call him Franco Nero, Frank Nero. I screw up his name all the time. But I love that guy. That guy's awesome too. But Enter the Ninja really kind of kick-started it, and then Revenge of the Ninja really, like, it blew up.
Right.
Ninja exploitation was running wild.
Mm.
But what's funny is people forget about Chuck Norris's The Octagon.
Yeah, they do. That is a great ninja movie. When did that come out though? Did that come out before or after
That's a good
Revenge of the
question. I'd have
Ninja?
to, I don't know if you have IMDb opened up
I
where you're
don't
at.
have it opened up or whatever,
Right.
but it's okay. We don't have
Yeah,
to.
it's fine. But
look
it was
in-
early. It was early. And then people forget about The Octagon, which is another phenomenal Chuck Norris ninja flick. And I had Richard Norton as a guest. That guy's amazing. Amazing martial artist and stunt guy who's still kicking ass today. But he was talking about, he was on the set and he was the red ninja with the hood on that fought Chuck Norris at the end.
Okay.
So you'll see Richard Norton in the movie, but he's got a tiny role. But he gets the big finale fight with Chuck at the end before Chuck fights the main villain.
Right,
he was the red ninja. He's got the red hood on. That was
I
Richard
remember
Norton.
the colors too. When I was a kid, I was just like, well, what's the difference in colors? Because you have the white ninjas and you had the black ninjas and you had the main one was the black ninja, but every once in a while you'd see these different ninja colored suits.
Bright white.
Yeah.
Nero's outfit in Into the Ninja was just complete black, like super white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not hiding from nothing. That's gotta be.
He's that badass, right? He's like Moon Knight from Marvel, right? Wear white and just be out in the daylight or the evening, mess people up. But then people also forget, if you go back further, people also forget about Sean Connery's James Bond movie had a ninja in it.
Yeah, it did.
They introduced ninjas there. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It escapes me right now because my brain. I'm getting old.
Yeah. Was that kind of the first movie with ninjas in it for American audiences, or at least Western world audiences?
I would say. I mean, I'm not positive on that, but definitely it is probably the first or one of the first to introduce that. But there was another. What was the name of? There was a movie with Clive Owen, Robert De Niro, and Jason Statham.
Okay.
Did you see that movie? It was like an action thriller.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's killing me. I own it too on Blu-ray. It's killing me. But anyway, I didn't know that movie was a remake of an old film that came out in the 70s that starred James Caan, and Mako was in that, and that had ninjas in it. It blew my mind.
I remember that. That's one of the only James Caan movies that actually he does martial arts in, isn't it?
I think so. But that's the thing. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. Somebody sent me the clips, and I was like, "What the hell? There's ninjas at the end of this." Yeah, it was pretty dope, man. Yeah, but it's killing me right now. Killer Elite. Killer Elite. That's the name of the movie. Well, James, I didn't know that the Jason Statham, De Niro, and Robert Englund. Yeah, Robert Englund was in there. Robert De Niro, Freddy Krueger was a ninja. Right. I didn't know that was a remake.
Yeah.
So I got to hunt down the original because I was already sold with all the craziness that was going on at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
But you can praise and thank and bow to the almighty Canon Films. Mm-hmm. That's right. Golan and Globus bringing it to us, bringing us the magic of ninja exploitation, man.
What's interesting. So I got into the whole ninja thing after Revenge of the Ninja. Revenge of the Ninja kind of opened my eyes to it, and there was a ninja magazine too, that was in the 80s. I don't know if you remember that magazine. It was just called Ninja.
No, I missed that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta look it up, man. I mean, I had as many copies as I could possibly get. It was a monthly magazine too, and I would get as many of them as I could.
It was just called Ninja.
I believe. Well,
how did I miss this?
On the front of it was Ninja, and it had articles in there, had
Yeah.
Stephen Hayes and all these people, Robert Boosie, and a lot of these people that were, they do articles every month on Ninja, and you'd get in there as well, and there would be like the send away for stuff. You could send away for ninja suits, and you could send away
Nice. Right.
for all the weapons and stuff
Right.
like that, which I
I
was
actually,
never. Go
I
ahead.
actually dressed up. That's right. Samurai guy, little samurai. I actually dressed up as a ninja for Halloween one year.
Oh.
Thank God there's no photos. There's no proof. I cannot be blackmailed. But yeah,
I'd be
that did
proud
happen.
of that, man. I'd be proud. I
I
dressed up
know.
as a ninja too. I dressed up as a ninja even when there wasn't
There you go. Ninja 24/7, son.
right,
That's right.
right. But James Colbert got to study with Bruce Lee. That's my
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's my all-time favorite guy right there.
Well, Coburn's great.
Yeah, he really
Coburn.
is.
Yeah. That's just mean, man. Yeah, you gotta love some Coburn.
Well,
And you gotta love Bruce Lee too. But I mean, man, there's something about now. Here's the thing. Now, Japan obviously did make the more authentic ninja movies, right? You got the Shinobi no Mono films, which are really good. I highly recommend those.
I've never even heard of him.
Oh, okay. There you go. Now you got homework.
Okay.
Yeah, like we're talking like black and white era all the way through the color era. Like Shinobi no Mono series, there's like 9 of them, I believe, and those are really good movies. Those are very good. And there's another group, and there's another show called, a movie series called Shadow Hunters, where it's badass, just where these Ronin samurai get together, kind of like mercenaries, and they hunt ninja.
Mm.
That's just how crazy do you have to be? Like, hey, let's get together, let's hunt some ninjas, man.
Well, maybe because your name, maybe you would be on the samurai side rather than on the ninja side.
Oh well, yeah, I'd have to do that then. I got to represent the samurai, but they, in terms of authentic ninja movies,
mm-hmm.
they had their own version of ninja exploitation stuff over there. You have movies like Red Shadow, which is a fun movie. Check that out too. It's called Red Shadow.
All right.
It's a fun movie. It's kind of like a comedy, but it's good. It's got ninjas in it. There's a lot of fun stuff in that one too. But over here is where I believe ninja exploitation here, and especially in Hong Kong, is where ninja exploitation started. That term basically came from here.
Mm-hmm.
There was no ninja exploitation in Japan because it's Japan.
Right.
That's the motherland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But over here, we're over here. It's just batshit insanity, and I love it. Mm-hmm. I can respect the Japanese ninja movies where they're a little bit more realistic and grounded, at least for that universe. But hey, I can dig 2 ninjas fighting on the rooftop in the daylight on a building where everybody can see, and they're sword fighting to the death.
Right.
I love it. I love both. Some people don't like it. There's some hardcore fans out there that like the Japanese ninja movies, and that's it. They don't really like the American ninja flicks over here. With Michael Dudikoff. They don't even like the Shokasugi ones over here. They think they're cheesy and you're goofy and all that. So to each his own, right?
Well, they are certainly cheesy. They are certainly goofy. And I had a friend of mine, but she loved them. And you didn't know that back in the 80s when you're watching them, especially at my age. I was young back then, so I mean, I thought this was like, didn't have a sense of whether or not any of this stuff was real. This was all just, I wish I knew how to do all this stuff, for me. And I had a friend who loves ninja movies, but he rightly said that ninja movies are the hair metal of the martial arts movies.
I like that. I like that. I do. I like that a lot.
I thought that was pretty good, but do you see the connection? Because there did seem, and this is just my perspective, that as the advent of the ninja movie happened, you had the demise of the Kung Fu movie. Like the Kung Fu movie kind of, not that it ever went away, but it kind of got eclipsed during that 80s. In the 80s, there wasn't as many. There were some karate films with Chuck Norris being
probably here in America. Yeah, I could see that here in America. I mean, Kung Fu is still really strong in Hong Kong. I mean, martial arts and Kung Fu movies are really big still, especially when you have 2 of the top studios around that time. You had Shaw Brothers Studio, which
Yeah.
made phenomenal movies. And then you had Shaw Brothers had Gordon Liu, Master Killer and all those guys. But Golden Harvest had Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Yun Yao. Like it was like this,
Yeah.
in the 80s. So over here in America, probably,
Yeah.
maybe in the 70s, Kung Fu was big, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
over here, I could see that. I could see the ninja exploitation kind of taking over, and you'd get martial arts movies, but maybe not movies based off of kung fu about kung fu.
Right. It was
Yeah,
more, it was a lot more, either there were karate movies still, because like I
right,
said, Chuck Norris was popular. And then you had the advent of in like the 1989 or 1988 Bloodsport.
right.
But as far as like the kind of goofy, budget shows, it seemed to be taken up by the ninja craze
Right.
rather than the kung fu craze. And again, it's like you're saying, they didn't stop making movies. I mean, holy smokes, I got into Jackie Chan, and realized, oh my gosh, he's made this. I got into Jackie Chan later after Rumble in the Bronx, after he was
Right.
introduced. I mean, I knew who he
Me
was, of
too. Yeah, me
course,
too.
but he was introduced by Quentin Tarantino at the MTV Movie Awards, and I don't know if you remember that. But then he said, "Hey,
Sounds
Jack."
familiar.
He said, "Hey, you got to check this guy out. He's my favorite, one of my favorite actors and producers." And from that time, I mean, Rumble in the Bronx was such an awesome show. But then I went
Yeah,
back and realized, oh, he did all these shows in the 90s and the 80s and the
yeah,
70s that just didn't make it out. The ninja craze was just going over the top.
yeah.
Um,
When do you think the ninja craze started to die out?
they tried to revive it with a little bit with a couple of later movies, but I really started thinking it died out when you started seeing the parodies of the ninja shows, like Three Little Ninjas and things like that.
Three Ninjas.
Yeah, it was and I think that really kind of
Yeah, they were pandering for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan base.
yeah.
Which was huge. And hey, I will defend the 1990 movie, bro, till the day I die.
Oh yeah, that 1990 movie was great.
It's legit. It's still to this day the best live action adaptation. Still badass, amazing, dark. Why do you think they went so kiddie for the sequels? Because parents complained, bro.
Oh yeah.
Parents freaked out. Oh my God, the turtles are cursing. Oh my God, April O'Neil's skirt's too short. Will somebody think of the children? Why is the fights all at night? Why is it so violent? Oh, they went crazy when that movie came out. That's why it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, did that have Ernie Reyes Jr. in it, or was that the second one that had him in
He
it?
was Donatello.
Oh,
He was Donatello in the suit. And in the second one, he was Chemo.
Okay.
Chemo or Kino? I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember.
But yeah, he was in the second one. But yeah, I mean, probably around that time, I think you're right. Especially, I think Surf Ninjas. There you go. That's probably when it started to die.
Yeah.
When Surf Ninjas came out. And, Surf Ninjas has its goofy charm to it, too. But back to the cheese, that's the whole point is with those ninja movies from the 80s, the good ones. Because I don't know if you've heard of Godfrey Ho. Have you heard of Godfrey Ho movies?
No. Fill me in here, brother. Fill me in.
So with the good ninja movies from the 80s, the cheese is the charm, right? We want to see two ninjas in the daylight fighting each other on top of the rooftop.
Yes, of course.
Right? Ninja 3, The Domination. The opening is phenomenal when you have a possessed ninja. Are you guys listening? A possessed ninja going on to the golf course and mass murdering everyone on the golf course and the cops. That's how you do it. Then it possesses a female aerobic instructor, dance instructor, and she's going, it's like Poltergeist with ninjas in it. It's so fucking bizarre, but it's so entertaining at the same time. And I never looked at V8 the same way again after watching that movie.
You never looked at oh yeah. I remember.
V8.
Now I remember now. Yeah, pouring it down her.
Who thought that was sexy? Who? But anyway, the cheese
I was young. and I thought anything was sexy. That's kind of where my mind was when I was a teenager. So I was like, "Hey, V8
He's
juice,
like,
that
hey,
sounds good to
woo, hey,
me."
mom, get some more V8. All right. Yeah. Woo. But yeah, the cheese is the charm, man, especially with the first two American Ninja movies.
Yeah, well,
Those,
you had
you know,
tons of ninja
yeah.
movies. I mean, the craze went crazy. You had, like you said, Enter the Ninja, and then you had Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja
Mhm.
3, The Domination, which we were just talking about. I think Revenge of the Ninja was probably the most serious of those three. Well, I don't know. Let me say the most. That was my favorite one out of those three.
Yeah.
I thought Enter the Ninja was a little slow.
It was.
Revenge of the Ninja was off the hook, and
Oh,
then
yeah. The
Ninja.
music,
Oh
the
yeah.
soundtrack was great, man.
Yeah. And then all the stuff they did in that too. Like I didn't know, like he comes around the corner, he slices the guy in half, and it's just um, uh, uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah. The hand that
It's a work
grabs
of
him
art.
and he cuts it, and it's just a mannequin hand or
Yeah,
a
it's great.
mechanical mannequin. Yeah. But Ninja 3 The Domination, we had that one. See, me and a friend had that one on VHS. And so that was one of them we got to watch over and over and over again. And we realized all the mistakes that were in that show. Like when he puts the star in his toe and he kicks it, and then
Yeah.
it's on the guy's other side of the guy's head.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that or not.
I remember that. Yeah.
Or uh or when he's underwater
Yeah.
at the very beginning scene, he blow darts the people, he blow
Yeah.
darts them, then he jumps out and he's all dry in the next scene. Those are
We got
great.
we got to keep it going, keep it moving, keep filming, go, go, go. That's all it was back then,
And I have to say too that I really envied that ninja suit that guy had. That was like the cream of the crop. That was like the ninja suit that I wanted.
Yeah.
I had a black one, and then I had a camouflage ninja suit too.
Nice, nice.
But I really wanted that kind of green gray one that he had.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the
yeah.
baddest ninja
I
suit.
know, right?
But that was
Like Enter the Ninja, I think that was directed by Golden Globus. And but that had so they kind of kicked it off, but Sam Furstenberg perfected it for the 80s. So you had Enter the Ninja had probably one of the greatest villain deaths at the end. You remember how the villain died at the end? That's one of the greatest death scenes of all time. He just throws the ninja star at him and he's like, ah!
yeah. The slow motion stuff, that was great.
He's just like, it was just like
getting shot
great.
Up and stuff didn't kill him, but that killed him.
Right. But Sam Furstenberg was the one who did Revenge of the Ninja. He did Ninja 3 The Domination, and he did the first two American Ninja movies. Mm-hmm. So he's the guy to thank for really kicking off the ninja craze. And I got a funny story. I went to Dragon Fest, which is a convention that comes. Yeah, sometimes it's once a year, sometimes it's every other couple of years. And I went to go check it out, see if I could meet some people or buy some stuff. And I was sitting outside a little cul-de-sac here, and I was waiting for my buddy to show up because I got here early. We're waiting for him to show up. And a guy comes walking by, and he walks by me, and I was just like, why does that guy look familiar? That's not who I think it is it? And then when I went inside later, he had a booth. That was Sam Furstenberg.
Oh,
he had a booth there. I was like, oh my God. So when he got up and was walking around, I kind of caught him. And I was like, man, I'm a big fan. I like Avenging Force. Have you seen Avenging Force?
No, I haven't seen Avenging Force.
That is phenomenal. Check out Avenging Force. It might be Michael Dudikoff's best acting role in that movie.
Okay.
Like, it's just phenomenal. Avenging Force is good, but Sam Furstenberg did that. And that's it's on Blu-ray now. You can get it on Blu-ray. But he did that one as well. But I was just like such a huge fan. Are you going to make any more movies? He's like, no, I'm retired. He's a very nice guy. And I took my photo with him, which was great. But that was funny. Just running into him, I was like, oh my God, what were the chances? Like I finally saw Avenging Force for the first time on Blu-ray.
Right.
And then I seen the director just walking around. I'm like, oh my God. Very, very sweet, very nice man. But Godfrey Ho, before I forget.
Okay. All right.
So if you see any movies directed by Godfrey Ho,
Okay.
most likely, not all of the time, but most likely, it's basically he takes 2 or 3 movies and splices them together to make one movie.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
terrible. It's
It's
horrible.
it's good terrible though.
No.
Oh
Well, one
no,
one of
okay.
them is
Okay.
I will tell you the only one you should watch. The only one you should watch is Ninja the Final Duel.
Okay. All right.
Watch that one. You will laugh hysterically from beginning to end. It's a lot of fun. That one's okay. That one's so bonkers. You got the ninja water spider team. Like, I'm not making this up. You got all kinds of stuff. You
Right,
got this
right.
one female martial artist who fights completely naked.
Oh,
You gotta watch out. You gotta check out Ninja the Final Duel, man. It's
the
wild.
final duel. Okay,
Ninja
Ninja
the
the
Final
final
Duel
duel.
is.
You'll have to
I'll
email,
send it
text
to
me
you.
some
Yeah,
of these,
yeah,
so I don't forget because I love watching martial arts movies. They're great. Even the bad ones, I love
yeah,
watching them. There were a couple of them that I didn't care for. Let's see. Well, so those three ninja movies that we mentioned, those are kind of the big three.
yeah.
But there were some side ones, some underground ones that you mentioned. But then there were also ones that were also really good, but we're really kind of, riding that ninja craze. And you mentioned them already, and that's the American Ninja series.
Yeah.
The American Ninja, that first American Ninja, I thought was just a classic
Oh yeah.
ninja
I
movie.
watched it, I don't know, a billion times on TV.
Yeah.
Like I watched it so many times.
Yeah. The one thing that bugged me, and I don't know if this bugged you or not, but did it bug you? It's one of those things that I want consistency with
Okay.
my ninjas. Uh, and the bad guy wore his mask under his nose. Remember that? And that just really irked me. I was just so mad about that. I'm like, well, first of all, you're uncovering too much of your face. People are gonna know that it's you, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you were as bothered by that as I was.
Not really. I was more like, oh, the ninja's shooting lasers out of his fist. That was all I was looking at the time. I was like, ah. But yeah, Steve James, who's he's like the sidekick to Michael Dudikoff in those movies.
Mhm.
He's also with Michael Dudikoff in Avenging Force, so they kind of team up again.
Oh,
in that
cool.
one as well.
Right on.
What did you think of American Ninja 3 and 4?
Uh, uh, those are shows that I saw a long time ago and only once.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have too much of an opinion on them in retrospect. I'd probably have to watch them again.
Right.
But it's one of those things that I was just like, probably by that time I was kind of out of the ninja craze.
Growing out of it.
Yeah, because in the 90s, I was all about Bruce Lee.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I got into Bruce Lee late. I get into everything late. I mean, I just,
Yeah.
I lived in a small town, all that stuff.
I did too.
Uh,
I did too. A lot of stuff I did as well.
yeah, so I was really kind of more focused on the Bruce Lee, and then, and Brandon Lee. I really liked Brandon Lee, but
Yeah.
he died
I know.
too.
It's sad.
And
Talent. He was a talent though.
oh man, he was really good. I really enjoyed a Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And the Crow, I went as Crow one year for Halloween.
Oh no. Who hasn't gone as the Crow during
I
Halloween
know.
at some point? I guess me. I would be like, damn, like, man, the Crow over there let himself go. Jesus Christ.
Let yourself go, right? Well, one of the things is in 90 was it 96 that the movie Dragon came out, the Bruce Lee story.
Yes. Yes.
And I was kind of over ninjas by then, but except for I agree with you. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that first one I liked. I even liked the second one. I mean, I didn't hate it.
I was a huge fan.
Thought I liked it.
Yeah.
So 3 and 4. Well, what did you think of 3 and 4? I mean, I liked them, but I didn't hate them.
You talking about American Ninja?
Yeah, American Ninja.
They're both entertaining.
Yeah,
they're entertaining. It's just, legit martial arts, practitioner David Bradley is the real deal.
Yeah,
like Michael Dudikoff. I love the guy, but he didn't know martial arts. They had to teach him. He had to train, and they basically taught. I mean, that's how good he was. Is he didn't really know, but he was athletic enough to pick up the fight choreography.
Mm-hmm.
But David Bradley's legit. Like he's a legit martial artist. You could tell just the way that guy moves.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something was missing with I don't know. Maybe Michael Dudikoff and Steve James had better chemistry. I think because they just kind of just threw in Steve James with David.
Yeah.
And the next two movies, but the fourth one, Michael Dudikoff came back, and
Yes.
they even kind of had a, hey, we got to film a fight for the trailer to sell it. So David Bradley is like possessed. Like, no, he was like, it wasn't David Bradley. It's been a long time, but
Yeah.
he was like evil for a minute, and he was under control, and then he fought Michael Dudikoff because we had to have the two American ninjas fight each other at some point, even though it doesn't make sense. We're gonna have them fight it,
yeah, right.
just for a little bit. But I mean, they're both entertaining. The first two are the best. But Sam Furstenberg, I don't think he did 3 and 4. He just did the first two, I believe.
Yeah.
But so you got you have the classic real badass shit from Japan, right?
Right.
Then you got ninja exploitation,
Yeah.
and then you got the trash, right? Because as much as we love martial arts movies, there's utter garbage out there.
Yeah.
And we're talking, and this is the Godfrey Ho level, except Ninja the Final Duel is the exception.
Okay.
But the Godfrey Ho level, by example, is, dudes wearing ninja outfits, but bright pink or bright purple, or gold, right? but they wear bandanas that say ninja on it. Yeah. I'm not making this up. You can find this.
No, I've got a few.
Have you seen them?
To tell you about too, but
okay.
I'm interested in hearing what you're saying, because you get down to the ones that were like just exploitations. There were even ones that I believe that that weren't even called ninja movies, but renamed ninja movies.
Oh, that happens a lot. It might be by Godfrey Ho. You never know. Yeah, it's like some gangster flick.
Yeah.
And then there's ninjas, the Ninja Terminator or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's no ninjas in the movie.
Ninja Turf was one of them. Did you ever see that movie?
Did I see that? That
no
sounds
ninjas
familiar. I think I seen that one. Was Bill Superfoot Wallace in that, and like James Liu or Philip Ree?
You'd think I would know that, but I really don't, because I'm a huge Superfoot fan. And I don't really remember him being in it, but it was,
you probably don't even remember the movie.
And I think it was dubbed, actually.
Oh, okay.
And
I think I saw it once.
It was like gangs. They were gangs.
There were no ninjas in it.
And there was some martial arts in it, and there was some ninja. There was some, like, they had a sai and stuff and some tonfas or something like that. Right. But there was no ninja movies at all. There was no ninjas in it.
Yeah.
So there was that one, and then I know you'll know this one, which is probably one of the only Shokasugi ninja movies that I was not a fan of, and that was 9 Deaths of a Ninja.
No, that's not a good movie. That's not a good movie. Is that the one where he would have random lollipops?
Yep.
And he would bring out the. Now, if I watched, it's been years since I've seen it. If I rewatched it, maybe if it was like a good quality version out there, widescreen or whatever, I'd probably still hate it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, maybe if I have a lot of alcohol, I can enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I'm laughing because this is so bad, and get entertainment that way. But I just remember being kind of disappointed with that. And all I remember the whole movie was Shokasugi was always like, like somebody's messing with him, he'll like knock him out, and he'll just be like the whole movie. That's all he did.
Yeah,
eat lollipops. Yeah,
it was a really bad movie, and and I finally, because all my friends were talking, they asked, "Have you seen 9 Deaths of a Ninja?" And of course, I'm living in a town where, in the 80s, where video stores are just a new thing, and it's not like you can go down to some big video store, and they're opening and closing too.
Yeah,
they're it's one of those things where they open, they close, and finally I got to see. Finally, there was a video store that had 9 Deaths of the Ninja, and I was super excited to see it, and I was just like, well, where are all these? It wasn't even about ninjas. He was a ninja on a team that was kind of like you know, like a missionary, not a missionary, but a missions team or something
Right,
like
right,
that.
right, right.
And the next thing you know, there's ninjas jumping out from nowhere. You know what I mean? He'd fight
Because
him.
Ninja. Yeah.
It's like, where are these ninjas coming from? This is totally unrealistic.
But Ninja Turf, it's funny you brought that up because going back to the point you made of how popular ninjas were in the 80s, put ninja on the title, man, it'll sell, you know?
Yeah.
But there's no ninjas in it. Shut up. Put it on the title. All right.
Yeah, there's no ninjas in it.
Ninja Busters. Have you seen Ninja Busters?
No, was that a real show? Are you joking?
I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking Ghostbusters, but it's not. So Ninja Busters, never heard of it. Apparently, it was like a lost movie.
Mm.
And somebody got a hold of it and they remastered it on Blu-ray. And I was just like, what is this? Just the title alone. And it starred Gerald Okamura. Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm. No, not
If
by
you
name, but
if you
probably I
see
would recognize
Big
him.
Trouble in Little China, he was the one with the pistols.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, when you see that guy's been in everything. He's like one of those guys, like
Yep,
Al
yep.
Leong. He's like, hey, it's that guy. You know, they're awesome. But he's in that. And we watched it and we reviewed it on the channel. But it's fun. There's a lot of forced comedy in there. It's just two knuckleheads. They're kind of like, you know, doofuses, losers, and then they learn martial arts and stuff. But there's a few moments in that movie you will laugh hysterically, and I can't talk about it because if you do watch it, I want you to experience it. And you'll know when it happens towards the end. We were screaming, laughing when we saw it. We were like, "Oh my god, that is actually legitimately funny."
Mm-hmm.
There's some funny moments, and then there's like how you point out goofy stuff, like, "Wait a minute, that's ridiculous," or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get a lot of that in Ninja Busters, right? Like there's one scene where the ninjas are attacking them in the house, and there's a staircase, and one of the ninjas has the nunchucks, and it's kind of like lazily hanging like this, trying to hook the guy's neck. Like it's just like ridiculous, and the guy doesn't even know. Like he's not even close. He's just down here fighting. You will laugh hysterically. There's some funny stuff in that. But speaking of lost classics, I have to bring it up.
Okay.
Oh man, it's one of the best B movies I've ever seen. And some people, you might watch it and you might like, oh man, this is a Z movie. This is not a B movie. Miami Connection. Please tell me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Come on.
Miami Connection. Great. Yes.
Oh, but the poster right there.
Oh, really?
Right there.
Okay. Yeah, of course. The ninjas at the beginning with the ramen noodles.
Yeah. I'm so happy to have discovered that movie. Like I didn't know anything about it. I was like, what the hell is Miami Connection? And it was on Netflix, and I watched it, and we were like so happy. We were like, this is so bad but good, and bad but good. It was good bad.
Yeah.
And come on, there's songs. You got Taekwondo students with a Taekwondo grandmaster who practice martial arts in the daytime, but at night they have a band called Dragon Sound.
Yep, yeah. Where they sing about being friends.
Yeah, singing about friendship and fighting ninjas.
Yeah.
And then at night,
the one guy doesn't even play. He just
the teacher. He's just like,
yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh my god.
And they want to
Miami
keep the
so
girl
good.
away from them because they're bad people. They're like, oh, you can't be around those people. They're bad people. Yeah, they're singing about friendship. You know, they're not singing about worshiping the devil or anything. They're singing about friendship
against the ninja. Yeah.
I have a series of questions for you about ninja shows. Okay.
Sure.
So here's the first one. Ninja shows, ninja movies. By the way, the shows too. Remember the show, The Ninja, that with what's his name? I forgot his name, but there was a television show with about a ninja guy.
Lee Van Cleef?
Yes, Lee Van
Master.
Cleef. Yes, The Master. I love that show.
That I have on Blu-ray.
Oh, do you? You have the Mystery Science Theater version of it too?
Yes. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really good. He breaks the arrow. It's like those things are $4.50 each.
It was so fucked up when the camera first pans and shows Lee Van Cleef. They're like, oh, a handsome rat.
Oh my.
I was like, oh my god. But no, it's on Blu-ray, man, if you want it remastered.
Yeah.
The Master.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Questions
Sure.
though. Ninja movies that held up, that were good when they came out and that you could watch it today and you still think it's held up. Obviously, everything kind of, gets a little bit cheesy because of
Right.
time or whatever. What if you can give me one, two, or three? What movies would they be for you?
For me,
Yeah.
probably for me, my personal preference. Obviously, it's Revenge of the Ninja for me. That still works. That's still a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
You could play that in the theater at a midnight grindhouse convention theater watch. Everyone's gonna go crazy. Even if they're laughing at it, they're gonna have a good time.
Right.
Revenge of the Ninja, probably. And I'm thinking about more over here, but probably Ninja in the Dragon's Den. Have you seen that?
No, I have not. But you got to email me that or text it to me because text the title because I will look that up.
Ninja in the Dragon's Den is dope, man.
Okay.
It's stars Henry Sonata, Sonny Chiba's student, and rest in peace, Sonny Chiba. But Ninja in the Dragon's Den it's kung fu and ninjas, but they both combine. It's both. It's like a collab, like Hong Kong and Japan collab for this movie, and the fights are great. But you're gonna become a Henry Sonata fan after that one. That one's good. I mean, it's got the ninja theme song, man. In the beginning, they were ready to fight. It's right up your alley, man.
Okay.
They were ready to die. Shuck a ninja. It's right up. It's all up your alley, man. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna have a good time. Ninja in the Dragon's Den, I enjoy a lot.
Okay.
My personal favorite and one of my favorite Shaw Brother movies of all time, 5 Element Ninjas.
Okay.
You gotta watch that one, man.
All right.
The fight sequences are legit. So you got kung fu martial arts dudes, learn a little bit of the ninjutsu, and fight all these different brand of ninjas. 5 elements. So you got water, fire, all that stuff. But the fighting, you will like, dude.
Yeah.
This is the shit. Like you will like 5 Element Ninjas. Okay. That's just my personal preference, but
okay.
And we're talking, if we're talking 80s.
No, yeah, 80s, 90s. Like, so my channel, Retro Serial, is about growing up Generation X. So I kind of cut it off at 2000. But,
Right.
I mean, it's a blurry line, because by 2000, I was an adult. You know what I mean? So it's all kind of growing up Generation X.
1990 Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm throwing that in there.
Okay. Okay. Question number 2.
Okay.
Ninja movies that you thought were dope at the time, but now you look back on them and you're like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I can enjoy it, but there's just so much cheese that I didn't see at the time. It's probably the hardest question right there. That's probably
I know, right?
Difficult one. For me, it was
so nostalgic for a lot of it.
For me, it was Ninja 3: The Domination. I didn't really realize how bad of a show that was until later. At the time the show came out, I thought that was the bomb, man.
Right. So you're still entertained by it, but you don't like it as much as
you realize that, man. I was real like I do that with other movies too and other shows. Like for instance, 21 Jump Street, I thought was the best show in the world when it came out, and I watch it now, and I'm like, what Jesus was I Christ?
Oh man. That's hard.
That's a tough question. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
The third question will be easier for you to answer.
Maybe American Ninja 3.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Maybe American
Ninja 2 for me would fit that category. At the time, I had no idea that it wasn't a good. And now I look back at that and watch it and realize, okay, come on. Puts a bucket over his head. He points at his head.
It's just all about Steve James, man. He steals that movie.
Yeah,
Steve
at the time, it was great.
Stay down. It's just so funny.
I agree with you on the Revenge of the Ninja, though. That's still a good show.
Yeah.
I will still put that in and be like that. I'm thoroughly entertained.
I have another recommendation for you in terms of shows.
Okay.
So you got The Master on Blu-ray. This, unfortunately, a company picked up the first season, and unfortunately, it didn't sell well here.
Okay.
So they said, fuck it, we're not going to release all the other seasons, which sucked because I was so loving the show. But it's called Shadow Warriors, and it's Sonny Chiba's show. And Sonny Chiba plays Hattori Hanzo, right? Ninja leader with a ninja clan.
Okay.
And they go out and fight other ninjas and all kinds of shit. It's great. And it came out in the 80s. And unfortunately, I only have the first season because they never released the others. So I don't know if there's a way to try to find the others on DVD. Probably like a bootleg at this point.
Might be able to find it on YouTube. I don't know.
You might. But yeah, Shadow Warriors is legit, man.
Okay, all right, that sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the last, or not the last question, but the question that probably is the most easy to answer, and that is ninja shows that even in the 80s were not good, and you can't get behind them even today. They have almost no redeeming value to them.
Ninja shows?
Oh no, movies. Sorry, movie. Yeah.
There's no redeeming value whatsoever.
Well, nearly none. It was you didn't like it then, and you don't like it now for kind of the same reasons.
Any movie that Richard Harrison is in. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I may have mixed up the actors. Hold on a second.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna check real quick.
I'm gonna look it up.
I have to edit this out or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
I don't edit nothing.
Okay, fuck it. Fuck it. We're live, buddy.
No, I do sometimes. It'll depend. Depends on how much work I want to do to my YouTube videos.
Okay, I was right, because there's Richard Harris, who's a acting legend, and then there's Richard Harrison. Richard Harrison somehow. He was actually in a few Sharpther movies, but he was okay in that. He was just a Caucasian dude. But in for some reason, he got older, and he had developed the porn stash, and he somehow became a ninja master and has like tons of ninja movies. Some underneath Godfrey Ho, some not.
Okay.
But with the Richard Harrison, movies. Those are the ones you're going to find with ninja bandanas with ninja written on it.
Right.
They're wearing ninja outfits, but you'll see little ninja warriors. It's literally like they went to the shop. They went to the liquor store and went in the back and found little ninja kits. And it's so bad.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, you may get a chuckle because it's really bad. You may laugh at a few things. Mm-hmm. But in terms of rewatchability, you can't.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I saw a movie where Pierre Kirby, I think that's another popular ninja exploitation dude who had a career. But he was in some movie, and then out of nowhere, Richard Harrison came in out of the bushes. I'm just here to check on you and make sure you're on the right path, and make sure you're doing things right. And then he goes right back in the bushes, and that was it. And you could tell that was a totally other movie.
Right.
You could tell that was just another scene they just filmed and threw it in there.
Right.
So that kind of stuff, you can get a chuckle out of it. Like you can get a chuckle out of it. Like it's so bad. Like this is hilarious. But in terms of rewatching it all the time, it's just like, ooh, I don't know about that now.
Not good. Okay. Yeah. That's a good one. I feel that way about Ninja Turf. And then there was another movie that came out and I saw Ninja Turf twice in the theater.
Yeah.
I saw it twice in the theater. I did. God. But it was one of those, I could tell it was one of those reissued movies or something like that.
Right.
But there was a friend of mine was really into ninja shows too. And he wrote in to get ninja movies out of the back of the magazines because they would have these ninja movies that you just couldn't find anywhere.
Yeah.
And one of the ninja movies that he got was called Ninja Wars. And it was one of them that didn't have any ninjas in it. It was, I mean, I think maybe they did, but they were jumping from tree to tree and everything was in slow motion, you know? And it was really bad. It was one of those shows that were just really bad.
I know that movie.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Henry Sonata's in it. And I thought Sonny Chiba had a cameo in that. But it's bad. It's not good. It's not good.
So did you collect any, you said you had a ninja suit. Did you, in your martial arts trainings, did you try to be a ninja at all?
No. I apologize up front, guys, and everybody watching, but I have a collection of ninja stars. I wanted to show them to you.
Oh yeah.
But I lifted it up and it just it's like I can't, so I can't bring it over here and show you now. But that's just for fun. I'm just hanging up on the wall. Samurai's not in the backyard doing that or nothing like that.
Right, right. I had
All right, so I'm looking up Ninja Turf really quick. Your favorite movie of all time.
Yep.
I'm going to buy you a poster. So L.A. Street Fighters is the other name.
Oh, okay. All
Okay, so
right.
I was right. James Liu is in it. What movie is James Liu not in?
All right.
Philip Ree, Bill Wallace.
Bill Wallace is
He's
in
in
it.
it. Kruger.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, what
That's
fun.
that was a terrible show, and I saw it twice just because I was like, maybe I missed
In
the ninjas.
theater.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was at
amazing.
the $2 show though. It was
Eh,
the
it's
'80s,
kind
and
of
it was in
fun.
the afternoon. So you
Yeah,
just go
yeah,
down
yeah, yeah.
and give them $2 and kill an hour and
Yeah.
a half
What
watching a
fun.
show. But Samurai Guy, now you have to be a big fan of Samurai Cop, right?
Oh, Samurai Cop's hilarious. Oh
That's
my
one of
God.
the best shows out
Oh,
there.
oh man. Like I had to go buy it on DVD instantly. The first time I came across it, I was like, what the hell is Samurai Cop?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it. Woo. Oh,
Not a lot about samurais, but
no. What they're the samurai warriors at the end. Come on.
yeah,
Oh my God, it's so funny.
yeah.
What's not good is Samurai Cop 2.
Okay, I never even
That
heard
don't
of
even
Samurai
bother.
Cop 2.
Don't
So
even
that's
bother. We
that's
were
great.
excited when we heard they were trying to make a sequel. And we were like, "Oh my God, this is going to be amazing!" And it was terrible. What's the magic? Like movies like Miami Connection and Samurai Cop, the magic is they were trying to make a good movie and failed.
Yeah, right, right.
That's where the magic is.
Yeah.
You're like you respect their efforts, even though they failed and everything's horrible. You can respect their efforts, but still have fun with the movie at the same time.
Mm.
That's where the magic of Miami Connection and Samurai Cop is. Samurai Cop 2, they're self-aware now. Oh, we have to be funny now.
Mm.
We have to be goofy, and goofy stuff happens. It's like, no, you ruined it.
Yeah, that is the magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you realize that is what happened, and you try to, there's no way to recreate it. It has to
No.
happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When did Samurai Cop 2 come out? Was it like around the same time, or was it like later and they
No,
realized that
it's
they could make
recent.
money? Oh, okay.
It's like maybe several years ago it came out.
Did they have the same actors?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why we were.
really?
We were kind of excited a little bit because when they announced it, it was the main actor and it
All
was
right.
his sidekick or his partner,
All
him
right.
too. He
Yeah.
was going to be in it, and we were like, "What?
Yeah.
This is going to be great." And it was just they were self-aware and kind of like I haven't seen it yet, but have you seen? Oh, what is the name of it? Oh, Deadly Prey.
Who's
Okay.
got in it?
If you want a fun late night B movie,
Okay.
fun experience where it's a Rambo wannabe.
Oh,
Not
okay.
as not as epic as Strike Commando.
Okay.
Not as epic as that Rambo ripoff is, because that is amazing. Strike Commando is a good B movie. Deadly Prey is close. You have
Okay.
the best part of Deadly Prey. The guy gets his arm cut off,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and the hero picks up his arm and beats the shit out of him with it.
Oh,
It's great.
Wow.
It's great. So just like Samurai Cop, 5 billion years later, they made a Deadly Prey 2 with the same actor. And so I heard it wasn't as good. It was just kind of like when you're in on the joke, it's not funny anymore.
Yep. Right. Exactly. And you just can't lose that magic. Well, I have a couple questions off the topic for you, and because I'm just looking at your background here,
I'm checking out yours, man. What is
I'm
that,
trying
Back
to
the Future. What do you got there?
Yeah, I got Back to the Future stuff here. Got
right.
actually an original VHS copy.
Oh my
too.
God!
That's like one from the store.
Look at that.
Yeah, I got Ed
Star
Grimley
Wars.
too, and my naked Luke Skywalker. Speaking of ninja, now my devotees of this are going to know this. This is.
Uh-oh.
Whoops, oops. This is naked. Notice how he's wearing a black suit. He's wearing a black suit because I was so into ninjas in the 80s that I stripped his clothes off and I had my grandmother sew him a ninja outfit.
Oh
I
my
wish
God.
I would have kept the original. It would have been worth so much
I know
more.
what happened to the rest of it.
Who knows? Who knows what happened to
That's
it? But
brilliant though.
I
Ninja
really,
Luke.
yeah, I really tried to get that. But you got some posters there that I'm interested in. You got Master of Puppets, my favorite
Oh yeah,
Metallica album.
those are actual I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Vinyls. Those are all vinyls over there, yeah.
Oh, they're vinyls. Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. I can't see.
In a frame.
I gotcha. And is that Iron Maiden next to it? I can't see
Uh-huh.
it. Okay. All
Iron
right. Is that
Maiden,
Live from the
Megadeth.
Dead?
What was that?
Is that Live from the Dead? Is that the Iron Maiden one that
Oh
it
no,
is?
that's the Number of the Beast.
Oh, that's Number of the
Mhm.
Beast. Okay.
And then you got some Megadeth, Rest in Peace.
Rest
And
in
then you
peace.
got Pantera's Cowboys from Hell, Black
Oh.
Sabbath. And you got Pacific Rim, Predator right there.
Yeah,
This is my favorite of all time. The Raid 2.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Evil Dead 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, got to represent horror up in here too. So
Yeah, I get that.
that's just this side of the house. You know, over there.
Well, right on, man. Right on. Well, Phat Samurai, we're about to wrap it up here. I have one. I should have told you about this before because you might catch you by surprise here. And if you can't answer, you'll have to answer on the next one.
Okay.
Okay. In light of the fact, and I do this with all my guests, in light of the fact, or I should do it with all my guests when I remember to do it. In light of the fact that there is one Blockbuster store left open in America, and I think
Right.
in the world, let me know. Can you tell me one of your favorite VHS going to the video store memory that you might have?
Okay. Ooh, man. Probably I went to go rent a movie, as you do there.
Right.
I went there and I saw a movie with a horrible cover. The cover looked terrible. I was like, what is this garbage? This is terrible. And it was Kadeem Hardison and Mark Dacascos in a movie called Drive. And the cover looked like shit.
Mhm.
I was a big Mark Dacascos fan. So I was like, dude, this is horrible. And I was with my buddies. We were all making fun of it. We were like, dude, this looks like shit. And I went home. I rented it, of course, because I was like, this has got to be terrible.
Okay.
Went home and was completely blown away. I was not expecting like legit Hong Kong style martial arts fight choreography and filming and editing. Like I was like, whoa, like this is legit badass shit.
Right.
By the end of the movie, I was like, yo, that was legit badass. You can buy that on Blu-ray now. That taught me a good lesson. Never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
And every time I went back to Blockbuster to rent more movies, even if they look like shit, I'd always give them a chance.
Give them a chance. Right.
Sometimes it's the reverse, right? You have an awesome cover and you take it home and you're like, oh, this movie's horrible.
Yeah. Well, you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can certainly sell a book by its cover. That's for sure. Thank
There you
you so
Yeah.
much. Please let everybody know where they can find you.
That Phat Samurai guy, there's the name. It's easy to remember. That's right. No FAT, PHAT. Pretty hot
Yes.
and tempting, which I'm not, but it's funny.
Wow.
All of the social medias, all of the Instagrammers, the Twitters. Y'all know where you can find me. But hey, whoever was watching right now,
Yeah.
you need to subscribe to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to this guy. That's what you do. Help build the nation of badassity. That's right. We love talking about awesome movies. It's fun. Fuck movies like Frozen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Everybody has their favorite. That's
Yes.
fine. I'm just saying. Ninjas, action, horror, martial arts. Badass shit. You're going to find it here. That's right. So subscribe to this guy.
Okay. You heard it from the Phat Samurai, and then likewise, subscribe to him if you're one of my listeners going on over there. He does some great stuff over there. It's right in line with a lot of what I do. If you like what I do, you're going to like what he does over there as well. Hey, thank you everyone for listening. This has been E&C. You've been listening to or watching the retro serial. You've been watching retro serial. I don't know if you can see him because probably my screen's taken up, but he's doing the whole ninja thing. If you are listening on podcast, please, by all means, give me a star rating and a review. Share it on your social media. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you don't like this, please hit the thumbs down button twice. And that'll really let me know that you didn't like it. It's a little secret code that we have on YouTube. Hit it twice and let you know. Okay. And also, if you're listening to this on social media, or if you're listening to this on your podcast, head on over to the YouTube page as well, because I got some stuff on YouTube that's exclusive that doesn't quite transfer over to audio only. But however you're listening to it, listen to it. Go subscribe to the Phat Samurai. And thank you so much. And we will talk to you again real soon.